On April 5th, my next guest will defend his one championship strawweight kickboxing world title when he faces Prajanchai Saenchai in the headliner of co-headliner, of one Friday Fights 58. He's the pride of Montreal. He is no other than Jon Di Bella. How's it going today, John?
Hey, how are you, man? Nice to meet you.
Same with you. But I want to go back to the beginning of your career. You made your pro debut at the Master Theater in Brooklyn, New York at Battle of the Millennium 3 back in 2016. More importantly, it was under Lou Neglia, who promoted your dad Angelo's fights back in the day as well.
Yeah.
How was it like coming up under Lou?
Yeah, it's crazy. He's Lou's the man, man. He started my career even in my amateurs. So he's good friends with my dad. So yeah, they planned this, like they planned all my amateur fights, and then they slowly brought me to the pro. Had my pro debut, and I actually fought tough fighters on his shows, and he brought me. He didn't bring me easy opponents, so he made me get a good experience, and yeah, he's the best.
Total Hall of Famer, documentary coming out soon. Great guy as a whole. Flash forward almost 20 years later, 2 whole decades, you're now returning to Lumpinee Boxing Stadium over in Bangkok, where you defended your title for the first time last October. This time, facing Saenchai for the, he's the current strawweight Muay Thai champion, going to be a 2-division sport champion. You're going to, prevent that from happening. But how do you see that fight happening?
Yeah, I see him. I see him being just like he's the home favorite. So he's gonna come out guns blazing, and he's gonna come out to fight. So I know the fight's gonna be a war. That's it.
The home champion. You kind of mentioned that you sadly can't ever be a home champion because Montreal still does not allow kickboxing. Yeah. You would think by now it would be allowed, but you can box there. You have boxed there.
Yeah.
Is that something you'd like to see changed soon rather than later?
Yeah, hopefully one day. But I know the laws here that it's gonna be very hard to change. But as my second home, New York will be a great option as well. So I did all my career there, and I have a lot of fans and friends there, and that's a good second option. And I would love to defend my title at the Garden in New York City. That'll be a dream come true.
Yeah, it'd be great to go from the MSG of the East to come back out to the West. The other one too is Saenchai, like I said, is the Muay Thai champion. Have you ever had any dreams or goals to drop down to the lower gloves and try to chase the title in MMA or even Muay Thai?
Yeah, for sure. I would try. I would love to try it one day. But right now, I want to focus on defending my title, and that's very important. Like a true champion always has to defend the title, and yeah, that's what I want to do. That's what I want to be. I want to be one of the highest champions to defend the title as many times. So I believe that's one of my goals. My main goals to do that.
Nice, and this is your second time defending it. I think you're only the second or third champion in one to hold the title, so I think you're already the record holder there. Good goal to keep adding to it so that no one else can beat it when you move on to other things or when you end your career later on. One thing that did come up, I want to say recently, was over the last year in kickboxing as a whole. K1's back to doing international shows. Usually, they stayed in their one area. Them bringing back the world offerings per se. How do you see that kind of impacting more people getting into the sport of kickboxing versus going into MMA or other forms of discipline?
Well, I know that kickboxing in general is gonna be is getting big around the world. To say amateur kickboxing in Montreal is allowed now. So I see a lot of amateur events happening around now. So not only K1 and One and Glory and all the major leagues. I know One is the biggest league, but I just see kickboxing more everywhere now, and I'm happy to see that because 10 years ago it was only a few leagues out there, and not many people were talking about it. I feel like now everybody's talking about it, and it's spreading around the world, and I'm excited for that. Yeah.
Nice, and you kind of touched on the fact that One does have the largest roster in the sport. If not the most competitive. Do you feel and agree that One has the strongest strikers in kickboxing at this time as well?
Yeah, 100%. The One has the best kickboxing and Muay Thai strikers in the world, 100%, no doubt.
And kind of mentioned that came over the last year. You kind of took on a new challenge over the last year as well. You and Emily Rodriguez, launched the Bella Espresso about this time last year. I think we're almost at the year mark. How's that new challenge been? And more importantly, what makes a great espresso?
Yeah, it's been good. It's a new chapter, and yeah, I can't wait. We're just started selling online in Canada, and it'll be going on to the US very soon, and then around the world a few more months later. So yeah, it's been a new chapter. It's been crazy. It's been very exciting. It's one of my passions, and yeah, we've been doing that. We've been focusing on that when I'm not fighting. Now that I'm fighting, I've been just focusing on fighting. She's been doing that. So yeah, I can't wait to get bigger, and I'm excited. Yeah.
Nice. And then you kind of mentioned it, it's one of your passions. Are there any other passions that you have that you haven't been able to like lock down yet?
No, not really. I've been just like focusing on that, and I've been like, I always have like, I love like watching football, European football, which is soccer in America, which is I always like to play that and enjoy that, so I always do that, and watch that on the side. So yeah, no, not really. I'm good now. I'm happy. I'm very happy.
Fantastic. It's always nice to have at least something to kind of focus on when you're not in the
Yeah,
gym sparring and getting ready for a fight.
yeah, for sure.
Circling back though on the fight itself, Lumpinee Boxing Stadium, Bangkok, Thailand. You're returning again to defend your title. With the win here, could we expect to see you maybe in Denver, Colorado, or Atlanta, Georgia later this year?
Yeah, 100%. That's my next goal. I win if I well, when I win on April 5th, I'm gonna I defend my title. Then I'll go. We'll defend the title. The next fight will be either in Denver or Atlanta for sure.
Fantastic. Be the first time to come back to the States since before you. I think you actually went. What was it from? Probably back to Lou Neglia days. Back, I think it was probably
No,
when
they
you
went to this one. Oh yeah, when I fought in the States. Yeah, I haven't fought in the States since my last fight in the States was about 4 years ago. It was, yeah, 2019, December 2019 at the Garden. I'm at a sport on a Lou Neglia event. Yeah.
Yeah, so it would be great to see you back in the States. Your second home, kind
Yeah.
of second, third home, if you want to say, because you have Montreal, you have New York, you have Italy.
Yeah.
You're a global man yourself.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to this fight itself. I just want to pass the mic to you. Obviously, you have sponsors and all too to kind of help you get there. Of course, and then the Bella Boxing Gym as well. I want to give you the mic to kind of shout out everyone that kind of needs the roses
Yeah.
per se.
Yeah. I want to shout out everybody. Shout out to you for having me. Thank you for having me. Appreciate it. I see your podcast is getting bigger, so hopefully I can't wait to see you guys grow and everybody grow. So I'm excited. Thank you.
Greatly appreciate that. I look forward to not only seeing this fight come out on April 5th, but more importantly, like let's get you to the States. Let's get you to Colorado,
Yeah.
Atlanta, and
I can't wait.
maybe we get to a Madison Square Garden as one
I
continues their
hope.
footprint in the US.
I keep mentioning it to Shatri. Go back to the garden. We're gonna go to the garden one day, and yeah, hopefully it's gonna happen.
Awesome. Want to thank you for your time. And again, best of skill in the upcoming bout. Look forward to it.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it. Thank you so much.